Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hey there, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all fantastically well. I'm going to get straight into the video as always. So from the title you can see that today I'm going to be talking about stress and how it can affect weight loss. So I've had my fair share of stress, and only recently, I think we're going back to around February, the beginning of the year, I struggled to lose weight, even though I felt I was doing everything I was supposed to do, going to the gym, fasting, eating kind of healthy. And I decided that I guess it was stress related, but I wasn't sure how that worked. And so I've recently started to read into it, and I wanted to share my knowledge with you guys. Now, my last video where I spoke about the scale not showing weight loss, that's not what I'm talking about, because I am losing weight, but the scale wasn't showing that. I'm talking about when you're doing everything right and you're just not losing weight because of stress. So, what is stress? Stress refers to your body's reaction to challenges and demands. Stress can be positive or negative, and there are healthy ways to deal with it. Sleeping well is important in stress management. So cortisol is a stress hormone that promotes body fat and makes it harder for you to lose weight. So there are some things that we can do to help reduce stress and to make ourselves feel less stressed. And here are a few of the ones I've looked up and I wanted to share with you guys. So the first one is exercising regularly. Exercising regularly pumps up your endorphins, which is your feel-good neurotransmitters. So I guess they say if you exercise more often, you pump up more of those endorphins and feel better, feel less stressed, and that's why exercise is on the list. Stop using tobacco and nicotine products. Nicotine causes your heart rate and blood pressure to spike. Your heart has to work harder, making it difficult to relax. When you haven't had a cigarette for a while, you experience withdrawal symptoms like irritability, poor concentration, and cravings. Study and practice relaxation techniques. It can be things such as breathing exercises, stretches, and a visualization. So all you have to do is pop it into Google, what are some relaxation techniques, and you'll get some come up and you can just use those. Reduce your triggers to stress. If you know certain things are going to cause you to feel stress, I don't know, your mother-in-law, going into the supermarket on a Saturday morning, whatever is your triggers, reduce them. So pick your battles basically. Try and avoid your stress at all costs. Set realistic goals and expectations. Telling yourself you're going to lose 50 pounds in a week. Unrealistic, not likely to be achieved, causing you more stress in the process while you fight to reach that goal. Not realistic. Set yourself achievable goals that are realistic and that you can get to, rather than setting yourself up for failure basically. And then the last one I've got here is to assert yourself. Now, this one I think is really important, because if you're somebody who's not very assertive and you let people walk all over you, you may be stressed about something or not happy about something and not feel comfortable enough to say anything because you're not assertive, and then you're just living under that pressure and that stress. Try to avoid it. Become assertive. I'm sure there's going to be something on YouTube or Google on how to become more assertive, and that can help you to reduce stress also. Right then, so I'm going to give you a quick story about stress and how I dealt with it. So a few years back, I was in a job. I was working full-time, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and I had to go into the clinic to work to see patients and things. And in that job, I started to feel very, very stressed early on. The traffic, so the commute to work, a lot of traffic, I felt stressed when I got into work. No matter what time I left, reasonable hours obviously, I felt stressed. Even when I got to work 45 minutes early, there was still traffic on the way to work, I felt stressed. When I left work, it took me a good while to get home because of obviously the traffic going back. Whilst I was in work, I felt like the targets were not very achievable. I felt like there was a lot of pressure put on. I don't know about the other doctors and nurses, but me personally, I felt like there was being a lot of pressure was being put on me to just meet targets, and I just was a wreck for months. I made the decision to just leave. What I did initially was I cut my hours down so that I was working, I think, 3 or 4 days instead of the 5 days. And that didn't really help much, and then I just decided to leave. I did get a new job, and then so I had my interview, got the job, and then I left. the stressful job. So within that process there, I had to be real with myself about what my stresses were. So I had to identify the trigger, which was commuting to and from work and being in that workplace. So first of all, that was that with the trigger. Then what I had to do was make a change. I didn't feel like I was happy in my life on a whole, because like on a Sunday, I'm thinking about work on a Monday. It just wasn't a good time. I broke out in a rash, and I don't know if that was stress related or some other trigger, so I can't say it was. But my point is that I got away from what the trigger was, and as soon as I did and I went into a new job that I was a lot happier with, the stress just kind of reduced. Like, in fact, I'm not going to say reduced like that. I feel like it reduced like that. Like, it just reduced immediately. I felt happier in my new role. Pressure wasn't on. Obviously, I was working from home, so I didn't have to commute. And I just made those changes for myself. So just know that if you're stressed about something, surely there's a way that you can try and change it or deal with the stress. Don't feel like, oh, I just have to sit in it. This is about stress for your well-being. Also, though, if it's affecting your weight loss, it's also important, isn't it, to sort it out. So those are my tips for you and my little story. Guys, please don't forget, if you want to join the fasting circle, just go down to the description box. There is a link there. I think you need to download the fasting app first, Life Fasting app, and then when you click my link below, it will take you straight to the group. In that group there, you can correspond with one another. You click the start and the end button at the start and end of every fast, so you can see exactly how long you've been fasting for and what the body's been doing whilst you've been fasting. You can also join my health and mindset group on Facebook. That's where we can support each other. The link is down below as well. And we can just get some motivation, you know, get some tips, ask questions and things like that. So come on over. And guys, I've got a goal. I do have a goal, and my goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube as soon as possible. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe if you like my content and you're not already subscribed. And to those of you who are already subscribed, you know I appreciate you. Thank you for getting to this point in the video, and I will speak to you in the next one.